Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us all salvation and blessing. Thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because we are still given health. Don't forget salawat and greetings for our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who thought their people goodness. Good morning, everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Asefati Faizian from Class 2B English Lecture Department. In this change, I would like to talk about education. What is education? Education is the process of facilitating learning or the acquisition of knowledge, skills, values, morals, beliefs, habits, and personal development. In general, education is a learning process carried out both formally and non-formally, which aims to educate, provide knowledge, and develop the potential that exists in every human being, then realize the learning process better. Educational activities should even be done to someone starting from the beginning. He is able to understand something for a lifetime, because almost everything related to activities of daily life requires education. This educational process in everyday life is better known as learning process. Education is not only aimed at developing knowledge, but more than that, the most important thing is education about moral issues or human ethics. Because no matter how smart someone is, if they don't have ethic or behave badly, they won't be useful for many people's life. Basically, the benefit of education have a lot. Among them are educating, giving life instruction, and enlightening the few. Well, because there are many benefits, here are some educational benefits that we'll review here. Number 1, giving new insights. The benefits we feel the most giving insights. It seems trivial. Just imagine, if we don't have insights, then our perspective on something will be limited. A simple example. When we see people at a glance, we will judge subjectively and tend to be less diverse because we don't know the person. On the other hand, we know someone well. Our views and judgment about that person are more diverse, because we know sides that other people don't know. That's how it is with insight. The importance of insights also determines a person's stress level. For example, people who lack insights, their minds will be limited by many things. So, that makes him feel personally depressed. On the other hand, broad insight encourages a person to think more flexibility and more relaxedly so that the person is more relaxed and not easily stressed. And the number two is forming a better person. The meaning of education, if the trait is drowned, is also useful for shaping one's character and personality. People who have a broad view and have a good education will affect that person's personality, although it cannot be generalized. At least in general, broad education will affect their personality. Although in reality, there is also a wrong application. For example, education is defined in the context of education. The person graduates in one of the leading universities and graduates as a doctor because they feel high. Of course, they have a different perspective on outlook on life from the graduates below them. But in the other perspective, if high education is not accompanied by self-awareness and it's not accompanied by the essence of education, so the greatness that he bears tends to be a bad person, because he will only be considered arrogant or something. The number three is positive thinking. The benefit of understanding the meaning of education that is no less important is that we will think positively about many things. Positive thoughts will The number three is positive thinking. The benefit of understanding the meaning of education that is no less important is that we will think positively about many things. Positive thought will affect a person's behavior and action. And the number four is self-control. Someone who is able to give sentimental value to the notion of education will know very well about themselves. The knowledge they have, the education they have learned, and the insights they get from all directions will be used as reference in their brains. All the information that has been obtained is what will help the person to exercise self-control. A simple example: people who know the rules and regulations of life, they will not violate them. On the other hand, as a result of not being educated about this regulation, they also violate the rules based on ignorance. And the number five is walk on the right path. One of the benefits of understanding and the meaning of education, we will know which way is right and wrong. How many people misstep and go to the wrong way because of ignorance? A simple example: there is a climber who is well educated about natural source of food. When they lost in the mountain, even if their food supplies run out, they will be able to survive because of the knowledge they have about food source. While the other approach is not equipped with knowledge about the food that can be eaten and how to survive on the mountain, then it is certain that the person will die of starvation. For the examples above, it, show, it shows the importance of understanding the meaning of education in a sentimental way. So, don't just understand the meaning of education in theory, but we need to live it. Because learning a science that is accompanied by appreciations will be more memorable. Those are some of the benefits of understanding education. As for other benefits, such as preparing a good citizen, having a quality workforce, and giving birth to many brilliant people. So, the conclusion is that education is an effort to develop ourselves through an educational or learning process that will be very useful for our life. I think that's all I can say. I'm sorry if I have a mistake. Thank you for watching and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.